For the third tutorial, you're going to have to go take a picture with your phone of some sort of texture. So that could be the wall, a carpet, someone's hair, grass, anything that has an interesting texture to it. So I've zoomed out of my, I'm going to zoom out on my paper a little bit. I'm going to lock my previous layers, make a new layer, and here I'm going to do a file place. So this is going to let me pull an image that I've already downloaded. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this texture. I'm going to place it, and it's going to let me kind of put it wherever. When I drop it, I'm going to click, and it's obviously going to be pretty big. So I'm going to zoom out and hold shift to make it fit onto the artboard, and then I'll zoom back in again. And I can kind of move it around to wherever I want it to go. And then I'm also going to click on embed up here. So currently it's not really part of the file, so I need to embed it into the file. So this is on layer 5. I'm going to make another layer on layer 6 and pull layer 6 under layer 5 like we've done with some of the other ones. And on layer 6, I'm just going to make a few shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and make a circle. I'm kind of made it this teal color. And then I'll go ahead and make a second circle and choose a different color for that one. So I don't know, let's go ahead and go with, let's see what happens on yellow. So from here I'll lock these, and then I'll go back to layer 5, which is where my texture is. And same thing we've done in the last couple exercises is change this to, the tutorial recommends either doing darken or multiply. And you can kind of see what that does on the circle, right? Is you can see the texture, but it's not as aggressive as being like a full-blown picture. And once again, you can mess with that opacity as well to kind of bring that down. And you can see on the white, it's doing one thing, and on the other two colors, it's a little more, I don't know, it's more there, obviously, because it's a like darker color. So this is the next sort of step of this, and then we're going to do something a little bit different. So from here, I'm going to click on the texture that I brought in. I'm going to do a Control-C, Control-V. I don't think that worked. Let's try that again. Control-C, Control-V. There we go. And I'll move this over. And I'm going to do something called live trace. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this second one back at normal and bring the opacity back up. And I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to go to Object, Image Trace, Make, and it gives me an error. It says that tracing may proceed slowly with this large image, and it wants to know if I want to continue. To reduce the image size, it's telling me to rasterize to a lower resolution using Object Rasterize. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click Cancel and choose Object Rasterize, and bring the resolution down so that it doesn't take as long to live trace, and we'll see how that goes. So changing it to 72 and then clicking OK. So it's changing just this picture, I believe. And then I'm going to now do Object, Image Trace, Make, and it has traced this image. Now, I wasn't really happy with the result, and you might be happy with the result you get. So it's kind of playing around with the preset here, so it was the default. Whereas if I kind of click through, I can kind of see some different options. It's like low fidelity, like that's a little more interesting to me, but it might be a little too much. It's like this has a little more interest. That adds a little more detail to it. So kind of take a look at a few of them. You don't necessarily have to look at all of them, but you know, like I can kind of see where it turned into like more pattern as opposed to detailed photo. I think this could be kind of interesting. So kind of, you know, play around with it, see what you like, what you don't like about it. Then you're going to go ahead and, with it selected, go ahead and click expand, and this will actually give you the vectored outline. So basically, like sort of like the pen tool. From here, just like the other ones, like, you know, we could copy it, paste it, make it a bigger pattern. And then we can do some of the things that we did earlier. So I'm actually going to go ahead and duplicate layer 6. So I'm going to go up to the lines up here and duplicate layer 6 and pull layer 6 copy. Locking the top layer at the moment, locking layer 6 at the moment, and holding shift to get these two guys and pulling them onto my new pattern that I've created. And then I'm going to lock those and unlock layer 5 and then do kind of, again, the same thing we've sort of done, playing around with, you know, do I want to do darken? Do I want to do multiply, color burn? You know, what do I want to try essentially? And I can go through all of them and see kind of what they do. And then I can, once again, mess with opacity. If I want to see how that kind of changes, you know, so I have more of a texture here. The yellow didn't work as well, but that's okay. And that's about it on this one.